Okay, we're back.
What's up, boys? They can't hear me, can they?
Kinda. A bit.
Is this better? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
much better. Okay,
Do you have anything to talk about?
I got Blackrazor.
You did get Blackrazor.
Literally not even like 20 minutes ago, it feels like.
It was more than 20 minutes ago.
But I got it.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything after that, I kind of just forgot what happened. You don't know how excited I am.
We're, in my home campaign, we're running through, Ice Plume Mountain right now because these two, Kaylin and Cody, liked dungeons, and I'm bad at making dungeons, so Ice Plume Mountain. It was about the right level that I wanted it to be at. The recommended level for players was about where I wanted it to be at.
There we go.
Cody looked at me with like a "Are you sure about that?" face and like shook his hand side to side like kind of.
Well, I think you just find that since it was like adapted from an older dungeon, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of tends to be a little bit more brutal and punishing than like a lot of other dungeons.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it definitely wasn't made with Warforged in mind.
No, but like here's the thing. What I've come to learn is that all dungeons in D&D are like that. I don't think. See, I think first off, you guys aren't the best at resource management.
That's true. I fully admit to that.
But second off, I think a lot of dungeons for 5e are written in the mind of you will not do all of this. You do not have to do all of this. Of course, you, just like me, completionist, gotta do it all.
Okay, but also half of that is the fact that... Okay, I have to admit to this like a little bit because when you know the dungeon, you kind of metagame a little bit.
Yeah.
I've tried my best not to, but also, I knew my favorite magic item in the entire fucking game was there. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, I thought so. I was very excited, and so I didn't actually know the room it was in, but we ended up finding it, and I heard its description, and I was like, dibs! I was like, hardcore dibs. I was very, very happy.
Yeah. And then it was like... Because it's been in that dungeon for years. So it was like, I want souls. Complete the dungeon.
Yep. And then we found an undead. And for those of you who do not know what Blackrazor does, because it's weird and complicated and very long descriptions, it damages you when you hit an undead with it. And so, once we realized it was an undead that we were fighting, I had to use my other sword, which is still dope as fuck. But, you know, I wanted to use new weapon. And I was...
You made your other weapon.
Yeah, I did.
And I tied it into your backstory.
You
bitch.
did. I was very excited about that. But also, since you've known me in your campaign, I have been trying to get Blackrazor. Do you remember that first session where we were in that cave? No, it was in a dream, right?
Yeah.
And
there's a dream sequence in the Feywild or Shadowfell, one of the two.
Something like
that.
It might have been like right before we went to the Fey.
Maybe.
And it was like, you dream. What you dream becomes real. And like a
No, it was the Beholder. I bet.
Was I there for that?
Yeah, the Beholder game show that made you guys play Shape.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he made you play Shape in the Cube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so,
by the way, if anyone had made it to 3rd level, no one did, but you would have had to dismember yourself to get through it. You would have been like, okay. I would have been like, how many bones do you want to break? And then what you tell me is lowers the DC.
What if I said all of them?
Would have been pretty low DC. But your bones would have been broken when you woke up.
I don't think that would have bothered me. Paladins, bro. You have access to healing.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Blackrazor is cool. I love it. It's kind of absurd. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it is just flavorfully like kind of weird and interesting.
I think it's really interesting, the flavor of it.
Yeah, it's super edgy. Don't get me wrong, but it's also like the prettiest sword ever. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like black blade with gold flakes in it.
Yeah.
Oh, obsidian.
He also attuned to armor vulnerability, which was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I should have inspected it, but you got the better.
I mean,
of
you
me.
would have had to cast Identify.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have identify.
Nope. Identify in my campaigns isn't very used because they're not long campaigns usually.
Yeah.
And I made it, and I used XP to level 3's rule where you can use an action to attune and 10 minutes to deattune. Because I think it's interesting of, like, oh, I need to do this right now. I don't care if it's cursed.
That is interesting. To be fair, armor of vulnerability is really interesting because if you know what you're going up against, you could potentially benefit hugely from it.
Yeah, but it's DM gets to choose what you're vulnerable to. I did random because I don't care.
Yeah, but if you kept, or if you established that it was the same thing.
If you kept.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I wagged my finger back and forth for context. You want to start off with random magic items today?
Sure.
Get us talking on some points.
That's a no, but Austin doesn't know what else to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm forcing you to do this. Hopefully we get lemon.
Oh, I will freak out.
When life gives you lemons.
So,
Well, you sure made
because the
lemonade.
podcast doesn't know about lemon, so would you like to explain?
Okay, yeah, I'll explain. So we did some random magic item gen on the podcast, and then we were like, hey, this is really interesting and would help us flesh out the world if we had just kind of a bunch of magic items. And so what we ended up doing... Hello? Is like generating words like in our free time. And the first one we got was lemon. And you would think that that would be like super lame and boring, except it became like an integral part of the world and like a super valuable trade good that everybody wanted and was like widely known and used. And it was crazy, right? Okay? Then we generated one kingdom, okay? And the first time we got lemon,
I'm tickling
it ended up shaping the entire kingdom's economy and their geographical location.
That was the second time we got lemon.
Yeah.
Because the first time we made a magic item out of it. So, like, it's like good berry if you eat it in slices. Otherwise, it's makes you a +1 person for the day.
Basically. And then we got lemon a third time.
On the same kingdom, right?
Well, second time on that kingdom, but
Yeah,
third
second
time
time.
overall. And then we ended up going like deep into like political structure and nuances because of lemon.
So yeah, we. So the second time we got it, we went into like, oh, this is probably a really valuable trade item. This is where they grow. They do not grow anywhere else in the world. This gives us an idea of where to place it and things like that. And then we got it another time, so we were like, well, let's try to go a little deeper with lemon. What else can we think of with lemon?
Yeah, because at that point we had to be like, yeah, lemon. We got to go super deep with this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we were like, okay, what does this do? If they have sole access to these goods, because for context, the kingdom like cares deeply about like other kingdoms and is like a kingdom that gives out aid very frequently, often to its own detriment. And so we were like, okay, to be able to do that with their lemons, they would have to have a very intense spy network. Okay? And then that eventually kind of developed into they also have like a bunch of missionaries that go out and like take in abandoned children and things because it was in keeping with the kingdom's theme of like taking care of those around it. And before this, we were like, wars around this kingdom probably last forever because this kingdom tries to limit casualties as much as possible with their lemons.
It's weird because, it limits casualties, which is good, but it also makes wars longer, which isn't. It's interesting to see
It's
how
very cool.
that works.
Yes. Now, like, I honestly don't know how lemon kind of just started evolving into what it became. But now I think whenever we get lemon, because it's bound to happen again at some point.
I don't know how. We got it 3 times in the same random word generator, and we have not gotten a duplicate of any other word.
Okay.
I swear to God, it's lemon.
Okay.
I'll shit myself.
3,
I'll
2, 1, go. Physics.
Hey, I'm taking that class. I'm thinking,
Anti-gravity.
it could be interesting, maybe. Do you know how big the anti-gravity spell is? It's giant.
It is a massive range. I looked at it. Holy shit, man.
It could be an apple that you eat and it casts anti-gravity.
What if it's an apple that casts like levitate?
What if it's an apple
that casts fireball?
What if it's an apple? You can't eat it.
Fireball.
Fireball. What if it's an apple and it's not actually an apple? It just looks like an apple, and you throw it at an enemy, and their gravity is multiplied by like 10.
If it hits them, you have to make a ranged attack with it.
To make a ranged attack, and then they are immobilized. That's not a condition, but it's whatever that one would be.
Probably paralyzed.
No, it could be paralyzed. It could be
restrained.
No, not restrained. There's no. What was the one that Garrett got?
Sleep would sleep work?
No, it's not unconscious.
But
he couldn't do anything.
Drew, do you remember?
What exactly you were trying to?
Remember what Garrett got? It's not unconscious, but he couldn't do anything.
Was it a spell or a status effect?
It was a status effect. I have a stack of status effects over there. If you can go look at them.
Blind, deafened.
No.
Stunned.
Stunned?
Here,
it could make them stunned.
It was a stunned creature is incapable.
No.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Cannot take actions.
There we go.
Reactions. Cannot move and can speak only flat.
Drew is stunned right now.
Yes.
Drew is stunned.
The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
That's brutal.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Could make them incapacitated and prone.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Petrified. Is there a petrifying spell?
There's a petrifying spell.
Flesh to stone.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you can make a ranged attack roll with it and do that, or we could also do the thing where like if you eat it, it's levitate or something.
Yeah.
Bye, Drew.
Bye, Drew.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Fair use.
Yeah. You know, Austin, you're kind of a big deal, bro.
Oh my God.
They have no context for that.
No, they won't get context for that.
Nope. Never. Okay. Next word.
Next word.
Dictionary. Oh my God.
It's a spell tome.
Okay.
With every spell in it. But you can only copy over a certain amount into yours and then it disappears.
Okay. What if it had... What if it just gave you languages? Or what if it could cast comprehend languages on you?
Like, do something like that where like makes you comprehend all languages.
What if it gave you a bonus to word-based checks like persuasion?
I feel like thesaurus would fit that better.
I feel like glossary would be better for the spells.
Yeah, I guess. But I feel like a glossary would be more of a list of spells and not the actual spells, you know?
Okay, then encyclopedia.
True.
Okay, I don't like this word. Next word.
Conspiracy?
Conspiracy.
So wait, what are we setting on for dictionary?
I'm gonna go with yours because I like it.
The spell thing?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Conspiracy?
It's a bomb that blows up the Twin Towers.
Oh, God!
Austin!
We're gonna cut that.
It's a conspiracy theory. I was a joke about conspiracy theories. I think that's fine.
Probably. Okay. Hear me out. it makes someone perceive the world as flat. Like, it's just a set of glasses that are like, they're called all-seeing glasses, and it just makes you think the
You
world looks
convince
flat.
them of some major conspiracy, and they're so overwhelmed by their extreme crazed passion for it, their radical passion for it, that they completely forget about any of their other motives.
Ooh, I like that. What if they're feeble-minded but for wisdom?
Oh my god. No. Dude, that's crazy.
I think we mix what Kaylin said with that, because I think that's really funny.
I'd run that.
Oh, we'll peek Mike.
Peek.
Yeah.
Peek. I can't do it. Sadness.
I love that.
Love what?
The what we came up for that one.
Yeah, that one's actually really good. Okay. Next word.
Incredible. So
It's just the Incredibles movie.
I was about to say a suit that makes you super strong.
Whoa. No, we gotta go with Frozen. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say Jack Jack is more.
Really?
I-
Not Elastigirl? Wink wink.
I was gonna say Jack Jack because that gives you more options. I don't know. What would Incredible do?
I don't know.
Once per long rest, you can just make one of your rolls a nat 20.
Shit. Legend. No, that's an artifact right there.
It's got to be a spandex suit though. It's a spandex suit.
You can wear nothing else.
You
No
can wear
armor.
nothing else. You can't wear armor. Once per long rest, you can make one of your rolls a nat 20.
That's actually crazy though.
It's incredible.
Dude, that's like peak power build right there.
It's funny.
It is funny. Honestly, I would put that in campaigns. Just
I wouldn't. That's awful.
people want to look cool.
That's true. That's true.
If they can't wear anything else or hide it. Like, first of all, I think it would have to give you disadvantage on intimidation.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That helps balance it a little.
Yeah, because ain't no way someone's rolling up in an incredible suit and you being like, oh no!
Do you have to declare beforehand or after you've rolled that it's a nat 20?
Before is more balanced.
Before is more balanced.
After is crazier.
Yeah.
Divination wizard halfling with the lucky
'Cause it's
feet
kinda-
and this.
It's kind of like divination, where you could choose afterwards.
Okay, do you wanna choose after? Because that's kind of interesting.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. That one was pretty basic, but I like it because it's stupid and fun.
Yeah. I mean, some are interesting, some are cool, some are stupid and fun.
Some are stupid and broken. I mean, it's still fun though, so let's go. This is just suspicious.
Sauce. I don't.
Peek the mic.
I don't know how the Among Us song goes. It's been so long since I've played, or I would do it.
Okay. It makes you perceive the color red as always out of place.
Okay.
So, in a room that has a prominence of the color red, probably like a square footage, you have disadvantage on perception checks
Interesting.
and advantage on investigation checks on anything that is red.
Interesting. I kind of like it. I'm kind of liking it.
I mean, because that's kind of hilarious.
I'm thinking it also lets you squeeze into tight areas,
Yes.
like vents.
You have advantage on deception.
What is it though?
Oh, like actual item?
Yeah. It's like a monocle.
No, it's a helm.
A helm?
Yeah, it's a glass visor.
It's a glass. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's goggles. That's what it would be.
Uh,
Like night vision goggles, except
yeah, no. No, not goggles of night. Goggles of sus.
It's got sus goggles. Goggles of sus. Goggles. That sounded weird.
Let's do one more than the artifact.
Dope. Analysis.
Glasses.
Yeah. Glasses give you like
Advantage in investigation.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's good enough.
Lets you cast detect magic.
Yes, that is actually very good. That's
And identify.
dude, you're coming out with bangers. God.
There's a limit on them, but it lets you cast identify and
Like
detect
charges.
There's charges.
That's actually sick though.
And then advantage on investigation, and I think that's probably it.
Identify without the material component.
There's a material component for that?
It doesn't consume it, but you do need a diamond, I believe. Or maybe it consumes it.
Normally, material components don't matter if you have a spellcasting focus, unless you have to use it.
Yeah, but think about how funny it would be to give the barbarian these.
True. I guess without the material component.
I'm pretty sure that's material component. Okay, artifact time. Are we
I'm
just
scared.
gonna do the first one we
Yeah,
do?
I'm
Please
scared.
be limited. Please, for the love
I'll
of
go
God.
kill myself. It's not lemon.
Habitat?
Oh no! Oh no! What am I gonna do with that? No! Habitat. Okay, so my first thought was a snow globe.
There's no shot.
Is it? Oh.
He said snow globe. Okay, let's run with it.
I think it's a varied type of artifact, which is weird because that doesn't happen.
Okay. What if we make it a set of 3 artifacts?
Set of 3.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm thinking snow globe. You had an idea actually. Go. So.
Well, I think the snow globe is cool. I think we should make it a set of 3 magic items.
Okay.
I think it should be like 3 separate biomes.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. A varied magic item, like different. There's like one of each one, and it's different biomes.
What if we made the magic item itself vary by day?
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
What if we, instead of making it like a snow globe, like we kind of reflavor it? It's still like a snow globe, except it's just an orb.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I don't know, that feels a little more artifacty.
It feels a little more, yeah.
Yeah. If you shake the orb and expend, like, maybe a spell slot or something, or charges make sense. You, like, roll on a table, and it'll give you... Like, I want to say it transforms the area around you. I think it would have to, like, in a certain dome, for a certain period of time, create a certain landscape.
Okay, I'm thinking. Instead of varies, because I feel like this fits better. I mean, instead of it changes throughout the day, I think this fits better if you have multiple.
Okay.
Snow globe. It's a set. There's like one desert. There's like one forest. There's like one jungle. There's like one ocean. There's one tundra.
Okay.
There's a few. Is the thing? It's an orb, like you said.
What if we make 5 legendary magic items that combine into an artifact?
Interesting. Okay. I'm thinking what it does is you shake it, and depending on which one you have, or if it's all of them, maybe it's a little different, but the area around you transforms. You roll on a chart of a D100, maybe that could be a blizzard, but specifically targeting enemies. Maybe it could be quicksand, but specifically targeting enemies. I think there's like maybe a 75% chance it's good, 25% chance it's bad, maybe a little more.
So it like casts a random spell related to the... Okay. Storm of Vengeance when it's all combined.
Storm of Vengeance?
It is a 9th level druid spell. It is dope as fuck. It is, I don't know if
It's probably one of the things they can do when it's all combined.
Here, let me look it up. Don't let dare happen.
Yeah, so let me actually what made this magic item and how do you destroy it? What if it's one of the super strong ones like Book of Vile Darkness and Book of Exalted Deeds where the only way it gets destroyed is when there are no biomes? But like Wasteland.
When the world is completely barren.
Yeah, when the world's completely barren.
When the world is completely barren and, what's the word I'm looking for? The same.
Unified? I know that's not the word, you're at least close. You have a phone, you can go to thesaurus.com.
When the world's features are universal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm thinking when I think of Baron, I'm thinking of like moon status.
Interesting. Okay, yeah,
Like it has to be really destroyed.
I like that. Okay, so I like Storm of Vengeance because it does things by rounds.
Mm.
It's really interesting. I don't know that it's crazy good, but it is really cool
Yeah.
because I haven't analyzed its like effects yet. But it is really good, interesting. Do we want to like see if we can go more in depth with Habitat, or are we just kind of keeping it like we have it? Because I don't know.
How was it created?
How was it created? Druids. Short answer.
A sect of maybe the not the Zentarim. What's the Emerald Conclave? A sect like an offshoot of the Emerald Conclave that was kind of like secretive and cultish. Took a bunch of 20th level druids, a bunch of arc druids, who were each a different circle of the land, because there's subsections in Circle of the Land, and they gathered together to for days cast this spell, this 10th level spell where they made this artifact.
I quite like that.
And
I also like.
as long as it exists, so too will the Circles of Land. They will flourish as long as it.
That's really good, actually. I like the idea of kind of having it like had been split into 5.
Mm-hmm.
Either to like preserve it in a way, like keep
Okay.
it away
Yeah.
from damage, or like the druids got greedy and they were like, I don't want to share this. But I feel like that's not necessarily druid.
Yeah. It's not typical druid.
Yeah.
I do like the idea because how I think they created it as the one and they were able to split it somehow for some reason.
Yes. I think it's literally, I think it's just in a big forest thing. Or like, I think it is where a bunch of different biomes meet. And I think from each of those biomes, there is a large guardian that defends it. Like, not like a crazy monster.
Like Big Trant.
Yeah. Like, something that would be still significant to fight for like a 20th level party.
Yeah.
Because they're
Instead of like a Warforged Colossus, like a Treant Colossus.
Yeah. Just like, not necessarily like crazy strong monsters like a Tarask or something like that.
But big.
Yes, but like large elementals.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Why was it split? Maybe that area was struck by war or something, and so to keep it safe, they split it, and the leader of each of the land circles took their land and ran off and hid with it.
I like that. That gives like a good fetch quest kind of vibe too.
Yep. So now you have the option of, oh, it's unified, and it's in that, like, maybe it's in a big tree guarded by some elemental stuff, or it's split up after this war, and you have to go find all the pieces and put it together.
I like that. I like that a lot. And then you could do the evil campaign where you're just trying to break it.
That's just nuking the world over and over again.
You put actual people in your world, Austin.
I put actual nukes in my world.
Yup. We have artificers.
Humans? Like Earth humans?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I meant in game.
We have them in both places. Oh yeah, yeah.
Bruh.
Took you a hot second.
I'm special.
You forgot our friend existed.
Who?
Sam.
Sam? Yeah. Sam exists.
You forgot she existed.
Why would I remember she existed?
Okay. We were very talkative last time, and this time we're kind of just...
I'm kind of out of things to say, at least for now. Nothing cool has happened. I've been playing Magic. I finished reading through all of Lost Mine of Phandelver.
I have heard that it's brutal from you. I've heard that it's actually, like,
sorry.
it's more of a struggle than you would expect.
It is, but I also think a lot of that is me being heavily skewed because everyone I've ever played with is really bad at resource management.
Yeah, resource management is boring. I like just hitting things very hard.
It's also because when I started playing D&D, it was very... Because I started DMing with a group of people who So I started DMing back when I didn't know how to play the game with a group of people who didn't know how to play the game.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I'm very used to you got one combat a day, then you can long rest, and you're perfectly fine. And I'm getting better at it. I hope.
Austin, you want to play Mental Magic?
Mental? No,
Please.
no, I do not want to play mental magic
Why not?
because
I can't believe you won't play Mental Magic with me.
do you want to know what I would have done?
What?
First turn planes, Mox Diamond, all the Moxes, actually, and then I would have done like Mana Vault.
Not enough cards in hand.
Yeah, no, there's well, not all the Moxes, the five Moxes, the five main Moxes.
So you would just have all the mana?
Yeah, so I do the five main Moxes, then I like Mana Vault or Mana Crypt. I also play a Plains for turn. Next turn I draw Coming of the Second Sun, play that. Turn after that I draw a Search spell. Search Coming of the Second Sun, turn 4 I win.
You want to know what I would have done?
What?
Okay, turn 1 Swamp. Okay. Ruby. No, Mox Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Tap for a Manamorphose. To add 2 mana of any color and then draw a card. I draw Manamorphose. I play Manamorphose. I draw a card. Okay. Adding a black and a green, and then I draw a Manamorphose, and then I do it. And then I play Manamorphose. And then with the last Manamorphose, I create a black and probably just another black. No, I'll say red, and then I'll cast Dark Ritual. I'll cast another Dark Ritual. And then I'll cast Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
And then I'll cast Dark Ritual.
Well,
You do have one more.
what's my storm count at?
Storm count? I don't know. Are you gonna grape shot me to death?
Nah, it would have been Tendrils of Agony.
Tendrils of Agony, yeah.
But there was a way, or Chatterstorm. I could have Chatterstormed you out.
Anyways,
Yep.
so
This is supposed to be a D&D podcast.
no, this is just general nerd podcast. We
General nerd podcast. Let's go.
D&D is just the main thing we do.
That's fair. We always like play D&D and then do this. So
it's usually right on our mind.
yeah. What is okay? Blackrazor is cool. That's all I can think about right now.
Yeah, you got Blackrazor.
Dude, part of me is like, I want to complete the set and like find a way to get Wave. But then I'm like, no. I don't want Wave to deal with Wave. Wave is so broken.
I mean, you could theoretically find it, but I think the Bone Claw would kill you by the time you get it.
I feel like it would just be like an expedition.
I'll tell you where it is. It's outside of the volcano.
Yeah, no, I don't want to mess with that.
Which means you'd have to search around the volcano for weeks.
Yeah, so like the thing with Wave is that it's just good, right? Like, but the thing is, I like Blackrazor. Our barbarian, he already has the magic items he wants. Drew said he was chill and he wouldn't be able to use a trident anyway. Kalen's a sorcerer, and then we have a druid, so no one would use it.
Yeah. Drew will get his magic item eventually.
I'm just a fireball, that's it.
You are just a fireball.
Fireball. Can we talk about Fireball for a minute? Because I feel like it's just too good.
Well, here's the thing. I haven't taken any 4th level damage spells because I did the
Fireball.
math, and on average, besides that, like the one spell where I need them to be on one side of the wall of fire, like to take some extra damage, and then that's over time. Fireball is just better.
Yeah, Fireball is crazy. I mean, the only thing that balances it is the fact that it's fire damage.
Why is that?
Because fire damage is one of the most resisted types of damage.
Yeah, except I took Elemental Adept, so
Yeah,
nothing
see?
can have resistance to it.
But also, I think another thing they tried to do to balance it was, allies, but also with sorcery, you can just be like, careful spell.
I think there's also some wizard stuff that'll let you get around that.
Maybe.
Not to mention, especially, like, even if they are resistant and you don't have the right elemental adept feat with sorcery, you can just change the damage type.
True. You can do that with the wizard stuff class too.
Yeah. And your ruling makes it
Scribes.
even more broken, where you can cast 2 fireballs in a turn with Quicken Spell.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're probably regretting that.
No, I'm thinking about back on it, and I remember when I was playing with Spencer,
Oh.
he cast, I think it was Firewall in a dome around an enemy, and then he stank clouded the dome. Basically, so on the beginning of that guy's turn, he takes the stink cloud damage, he takes the wall of fire damage, then he either has to stay there and keep taking damage or run through the wall of fire taking even more damage.
Damn. That's brutal.
Yep.
So fucking brutal. Jesus. Do I know who this is?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a long time. You probably do. I'm not gonna say his last name, but
That's chill. I'll probably remember later. Ooh, can I talk about a video game?
what game?
Godfall.
I have no clue what that is.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think it would win any awards. Currently rated like 4 stars on the Xbox Store.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it 4 out of 5 or 4 out of
4
10?
out of 5.
Oh.
It's not bad. It used to be like lower than 4, but they did some improvements, kind of polished it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Its release was shaky because it was hard to run, and like it was supposed to be with just the PS5 at first, and then it was the thing. I played through like the first missions and got past the first boss, and I really like it because it's all about collecting like a bunch of legendary weapons and getting legendary armors that give you different effects. And as we know, I love legendary weapons.
Yeah, you've made so many legendary swords.
Yeah, not to mention the game is very pretty.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is always nice to see. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I mean, it's not like it's a great story from what I've seen. It seems pretty stereotypical.
Yeah.
The combat feels like a little bit God of War-y, you know? Just like
I've never played God of War.
like Russian melee.
Yeah.
Charge up some specials.
Yeah.
I will say, it feels like you have a lot of different combos you can go through, which I don't know that I like. Like, part of me loves it because there's so much I can do, but also, you can place down a banner, you can heal yourself, your heals often give you a buff to damage, and so what you do is you usually like place down your banner, you heal yourself if you've taken damage so you can get like your damage buffed, and then there's a special thing with the armor I'm currently using where I do a slam attack with my shield, and then I can start hitting them, and by this time my specials are charged, and so I end up hitting them with 2 specials, and it's just then a lot is happening, and then you just start hitting them, and there's this thing that you like build up soul shatter quotation marks, and then you heavy attack on the soul shatters at a certain amount to kill them outright, and you can do takedowns too, and it's like polarity attacks are a thing, which when you switch weapons it can deal damage after a certain amount of time, and it's like, bro,
Sounds like a lot. Sounds interesting.
it's fun and cool, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't pay attention to the health bar like a lot of the time because I'm used to playing tanky, like games where my character is very tanky, and he is not right now. So yeah, that's fun. I've been enjoying it. I played it like all of yesterday.
Yeah. You guys are actually almost done with Ice Plume Mountain. I think.
Finally.
I think next session you'll get done with it.
Yeah, we got well.
Got well.
I'm pretty overwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I know.
That name is stupid as hell.
Well.
Well,
I don't really like it that much.
the actual item or the name?
The actual item.
Really?
Yeah. Only does extra damage if you throw it, which is chill. It's not made of wood, which means you can't insta-kill a vampire with it.
What? I mean, but you wouldn't be able to do that with anything made of wood.
Well, no, but you can't paralyze or incapacitate it. It's one of the two. With because it's not a stake. You also I don't know. I like the slam ability. That's interesting. I don't like that it's a dwarven weapon.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. Also, the fact that it wants to kill. So it wants to kill giants and goblinoids, which I feel is weird. Compared to the flavor of the other ones, which is just trident, but worship sea god and give me souls.
I really like how Blackrazor does that because it forces your character to do like stuff.
I just feel like it's not as unique as the other two, and it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's not necessarily a problem with it. I don't think it's like crazy interesting or cool though. I don't think you ever make a character with like, I would love to get Whelm for this character.
Yeah, but you would for like, I would love to get Blackrazor or I would love to get Wave.
Yeah, I think because Wave is like really good from a build standpoint even, and is super interesting lore wise, and Blackrazor is also just very good and super interesting from like what it makes you do perspective. And
Also, it does the same thing as other magic items. It's for killing giants, but there's
Yes.
already a Giant's Bane set.
I mean, to be fair, Wave also does some of the same things, like trying to fish command.
I guess.
But it also has like a really powerful, unique effect.
Yeah, but like Blackrazor, there's not anything meant to It's not meant to specifically kill anything, right?
It's meant to kill anything except undead and constructs.
Yeah. And Wave does a lot of damage. And Whelm is meant to specifically kill giants and goblinoids, which is fine with me, but there's already something to kill giants. I just feel like it could have chosen something else. And I guess it kind of makes sense because it's a dwarven weapon, so their rivals are giants and goblinoids. But, I don't know. Yeah.
How much do you think we could sell it for?
So, in our other campaign, it's going to be a shopping episode tomorrow. I haven't even finished editing for
We have no money.
last week's episode. Yeah, you guys have 20 gold pieces.
Wait, what?
The dead silence should
What
tell
are you talking about?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
you guys are going to do shopping episode. At least I
Didn't
thought you
Cody? Didn't you and Isaac split money from one of the safes?
Yup.
Which I mean, you got more money than me. So, and you got money from that place. Jack got money from the other one, and then I was so excited because I got a 27, or it was like a 25 or 27 with a nat 20, and it was the
shit.
one that didn't have any money. I'm still upset about it.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just found a note that's like cheese,
It was like.
and I'm not
That's
happy
too-
about it.
That's too true. I feel like I should have done the investigation a little different. There just wasn't money in that house, though.
You know, I just realized something. 20 gold is literally more than a year's pay for most people.
Yeah. You guys have
Jesus.
some money.
I never get like the actual like amount that gold is worth, you know?
Yeah.
Because
And I'm
get a
just
lot.
sad because I rolled investigation really high on the other two as well, but you just happen to give it to the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I
There's a
really
difference.
should have done the investigation differently than I did. I wish I had.
it worked.
Yeah, I'll know for next time.
I know, but I wish the person who like rolled the highest got the most important on each one.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I was a little bit zoned out when we were doing the investigation because my character's stupid and
Fair.
I didn't really feel like doing anything.
Yeah, you guys are. I think it's gonna be a pretty chill session. I think the one after that's gonna be pretty chill as well, and then we'll get into something probably.
Probably. I
I'm
mean,
gonna initiate combat, despite you and the fact that everyone's got money but me.
Not everyone got money.
That investigated.
Christian.
Yeah, that's still not true.
Christian wasn't there when we investigated.
Oh yeah.
Sam.
I said that investigated.
Sam didn't get money.
That's a her problem.
Okay. Let's find something interesting to talk about. Ooh, favorite monster.
But no, I'm gonna try and steal from a merchant, and I'm gonna start a fight with him. I'm not even joking. I am gonna initiate combat.
You're gonna start a fight with who?
Some merchant.
You're going
I'm going.
to die.
Okay, that's fine.
It feels so petty.
I am being petty. That's the point.
What's your favorite monster, Austin?
I don't know.
You said it was a false Hydra, like last
False
time
Hydras
I
are
asked you,
cool.
I think. They're interesting.
I like them. I have an idea for a
False
Campaign,
Hydra,
yeah. false Hydra campaign.
I just feel like it'd be weird to do that.
It would be. I have an idea of how to do it really well though, without being like, you don't remember this.
I was like, Austin, that'd be weird. And he was like, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the entire idea, dumbass.
Yeah.
Except he didn't say dumbass because he's much nicer than I am. I like monsters I can fight.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm excited for this campaign. I'm not excited for whatever Kaylin's planning next, I guess.
Yeah, same, honestly. I mean, to be fair, one time we went into the town in the Shadowfell and I started combat randomly. Like, first I made the bartender piss himself. And
Yeah, but that's different because you were there temporarily and I just gave you guys a tavern.
That's true.
You do realize a tavern itself is worth 10,000 gold pieces, right?
Okay, we're selling the tavern and buying a legendary magic item? You shouldn't have told me that. Why did they pay us so much?
You guys did good deeds. I don't know.
Okay.
Because typically players like when they have a home base.
We do like. I don't know what I'm gonna do during the shopping episode.
Yeah.
Because my character isn't materialistic whatsoever. He's kind of a minimalist, like a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna save my money in case something comes up. So
They might
because I don't have
confiscate it.
enough that I want to justify buying stuff.
Fair.
So I'll just I don't know what to do. I'll probably just do homework or study.
I don't have items that I can.
I
that
mean,
need.
you guys can make more money.
Yeah, I'm just debating on how to do it. You know. We'll see what people want to do.
Yeah. You guys also don't have to shop. There's other things you could do.
Yep. Maybe just explore. Though I feel like my character's probably been around.
I have to update my character sheet. I leveled up on here, but not on the character sheet.
Yeah, I need to do that too, but I don't really wanna. Oi. So we're taking a hiatus after this one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So tomorrow's our last D&D for 2 weeks.
Maybe on Thursday, depending on your schedule.
True.
So this week, wait, hang on. That's today. So we're having D&D tomorrow. We're
Yep.
not having D&D the day after, or the day after, or the week after.
Yeah.
And so we'll be doing it the 16th and then the 23rd, assuming it's not that's not one of the 2 weeks that you guys are doing anything on or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're not doing it the week after. We're not doing it the first week after school gets out.
Okay.
Interesting. Is that the SpongeBob?
Or
guy
no,
painting?
we'll do it the first week after school gets out, unless there's a second person who can't go, because that's the rule that we set. If 2 people can't go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to double check with everyone about that because I really didn't ask everyone.
But we kind of agreed on it, and that was most of us.
It's still better to ask though.
Because it wasn't all of us.
Okay, well, we know Christian's fine with it. We know Isaac's fine with it. Sam said she's fine with it. Cody, you, me. So we have to ask Sarah and Jackson.
Yep.
Is there anyone else?
Still, like, on a case-by-case basis, if it's something really important.
Yeah, just Sarah and Jackson. And I guess I'll also kind of base it on what's going on in the story. Like when we had to take a break till KW was ready because we were doing a bunch of stuff. We were doing something for her character.
Yeah.
Specifically. When you guys were in the barony.
Yeah, because she was out for a while.
Yep.
I remember that campaign fine.
And then it'll depend when Cody's out for break.
Yeah.
If you guys need to do sessions without me, just do it. I don't really care.
If he is doing it, if he does go for the first week after break, he said he thinks it'll be first or second. That would be 2 of us gone, and I would prefer with 2 of us gone that we don't do it.
Yeah.
Because that'll be well in that all-girls state.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
We'd also do,
It's just a thing.
we might play on Thursday.
It's a political thing that you have to get interviewed for.
Yeah, politics. Gross. Ugh. You know, I say gross, but I've literally been brainstorming political ideas with you for D&D. When it's D&D, it's okay.
When it's fictional, it's fine.
I was getting super excited about it too.
Thursday we might have our first session of Lost Mine of Fandelver, which will start the mission
The mission
of completing every campaign.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's gonna take so long.
I've read through all of that. I've started on the Tyranny of Dragons series, and then once I'm done with that, if we're not done with Fandelver, I'll just wait. Then once we start Tyranny of Dragons, then I'll read through the next book, so we can keep just going straight into it.
You're gonna start mixing the books up and be
I
like,
am.
okay, we're in Lost Mine of Fandelver first level, and you're gonna be like, a giant blue dragon appears, and we're like,
No, I totally am, because there's a reference to Cult of the Dragon in Fandelver.
No shot. That's
There is.
amazing, actually.
I was reading through it, and I was like, this is also in the next book.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they were foreshadowing it, because it is the next one in the series.
And I think they were both made by Kobold Press. Or helped make them. I don't know about that one.
Well,
I think
sadly,
so,
Phandelver was good if I remember correctly, but Dragons people received very poorly.
Phandelver's fine. I think it's a good starter mission, but it does do the thing of like, I don't know. I guess it does kind of give like, basically your motivation for stuff is for good and also for a little bit of gold.
For a little bit of gold? Nah.
It's more than I thought it would be, but
Oh, okay. That's nice. How much? Can I ask?
it depends on the mission.
Oh. First one?
First one?
Yeah.
10.
10 gold for a first level adventurer? Okay.
So are
Each.
we just gonna be shopping 2 sessions in a row?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing. This Sam wanted to go shopping.
She can go shopping a bit. We don't have to spend the entire time shopping. Not
The
on either of them.
Shopping episodes take the entire session.
Wait, I thought the
usually.
point for painting was that we were gonna have a lax session.
Yeah.
We can still have a relaxed session and
No,
not
I
While
think-
do
painting. While
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah.
But if
I-
we're not just
I'm not gonna say what I think's gonna happen next session because spoilers. Not next session, the session after.
so it won't necessarily just be a lax session.
No, it will be a lax session.
It just won't necessarily be shopping.
Okay.
Trust in the process.
Just in the process.
Do you have a process?
Yeah,
Not
but
really.
the only thing I could think of besides that would just be like gambling or doing something else, and that's not lax to me.
It's not that. So I don't. Yeah, no. I kind of just spout stuff, and I'm like, oh, is this good for this level? Can I make it work for this level, or do I need to wait?
You know what we should talk about?
Hmm.
The difference in our writing style for characters, because we recently came to that
Interesting.
revelation.
Yeah. First, I do want to say, so here's kind of what I expect to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shopping mixed with interviewing
And my combat.
and your combat, I suppose.
Good luck, by the way.
Yeah.
As someone who loves combat, do I fully support? I won't say fully. I'll say support though.
And then the session after that can be a mix of those two, and then there's something else I've planned.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah.
So you write characters, and I write characters, but we write them completely opposite, pretty much.
Yeah.
You write them when they're about to hit their climax. I write them after the climax.
Yeah.
Epilogue versus not even prologue, I guess.
Yeah, I write a prologue, and then the rest of the book is my adventure. I would
Yeah.
say your backstory is your epilogue. Or I guess it's the book, but
I mean, to be fair, the last two characters I've played have both been like stupendously old because they're Warforged.
yeah,
But yeah, epilogue.
epilogue, and then going into the second book is kind of your
Yeah. I like having.
not even necessarily like sequel, more of like spin-off that follows the same character. Is kind of what I would say.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sequel implies that there's still action happening, and there still is, but it's
Yeah.
not in the same way.
It's not part of the same story.
Yeah.
This character's story ended like basically when the character that he was friends with died.
Yeah.
And at that point, it just kind of the story stopped. That would have been the cliffhanger I would have left off on. Because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now what does he do?
I kind of write characters with they are new to adventuring, or if they're not new to adventuring, they still have a lot of stuff they want to do. So they still have a lot of goals that have not been completed from their backstory.
You know, okay, I just identified another difference.
Hmm.
You have people with goals and stuff they want to do.
Yeah.
I have characters that have stuff they need to do. Because Raig, he's a Warforged, right? He's not actively engaging in combat because he necessarily wants to. He's doing so because it is the only way he knows how to live. And
Hmm.
so he needs to continue doing that or he will not be able to continue living.
Yeah.
And then Argos, he got his bar closed down, which was his home and his source of income.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.
You
I got my revenge on that guy.
did. You did much faster
Punched
than I
the
thought you
shit
would.
out of him. Jeez. I think Arcos normally hates violence, but I feel like at that instance in time, I think he would have felt angry enough that it would have warranted extreme, like, violence from him,
Yeah.
which is very hard to do. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's hard to get him not to regret it.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, he did not. He was very satisfied, I guess.
Yeah.
He was very fine with it. He was okay. Now, other people, he hates hurting, but character nuances be like.
Yeah.
Not even nuances, but yep.
For those of you who've seen Steven Universe and Steven Universe Future, I think that's a good reference for our writing styles. My characters take place in Steven Universe, and his characters take place in Steven Universe Future.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is kind of like Steven Universe in the original one, he has stuff that's happening around him. He's in a rebellion group. He's fighting these big bad evil guys
BBG.
that he is wants to. It's part of his backstory, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In Steven Universe Future, he is returning from that to a normal life, and it's difficult because of PTSD and things that you learn from war and things like that just you can't do in normal day life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think that's a good comparison
I would agree.
for writing.
Mm-hmm. We got anything else?
No, we're about to hit an hour, so it's good there, I think.
How long we gotta wait until we hit an hour?
No, we don't have to hit an hour.
No. How long is it until an hour?
Minute and a half? No. Minute?
Okay, so I say we just sit here humming for a straight minute.
Why?
Because I think it's a funny outro.
To bring us sugar and tea and love.
Okay. Don't DMC me, Amy. I know that song.
I was wondering how long it'd take you to notice.
I noticed.
Thank you.
You know there are some parts I have to edit out, so it's not going to hit an hour in the actual video. Only in the recording.
Okay, I'll give you some more stuff to edit out.
Okay, yeah, that's it. No.
Goodbye.
Stop.